there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, a good one in the NFC West. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Chico, alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. Out of the gun, Stafford. Was brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career, and it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, you're Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
They'll try again after the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 27.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They bring their tight end right. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
It's a gain of 6, and the Seahawks first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Pick up of 11 yards on that. First down, Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and
all the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
At the 18-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time.
And he'll take it on in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Rams nothing.
The TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Rams coming back out dressed in their new NFL rivalry-inspired uniforms. Midnight mode, as you know, we're in Hollywood, so you have to do a little red carpet fit check here. This is an homage to the greatest show on turf days, a little bit darker blue. They're calling this one Midnight Navy, yellow on the sleeves. I feel like I'm at an award show. The yellow is the nod to the 70s and 80s Rams. It really is a complete homage to the history of this franchise. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. He'll get about 2. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. Stafford now. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Rams first down.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
That one brought in by Nakua, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's second and 2. The motion man is Nakua. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
They'll come up on a second and 7 from the 27. Off play action. It's Stafford. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Third and 8.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
They put Adams in motion. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game hit here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run it with Williams. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the
behind the
4.
line of scrimmage.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Stafford to throw it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. They'll run the toss with Walker. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Cameron Curl up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
First down.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the mark.
It's a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, Walker. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Darnold now to throw. Take it in. Middle of the end zone. Cooper. Touchdown Seahawks.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Now the point after drop from Myers. His kick is good. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0.
Rams nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They go play action with Stafford. Going right back to Nakua, complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Stafford on target to Puka, and the Rams have a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection. Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Boye Mafe in on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
To the left side, and Adams has it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line to the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. So I think after that 3rd down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on 4th down, but didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on 3rd.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest
A
gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They run over center with Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one
Delay
off
of game,
on top.
offense. Still first down.
On the give, it's Williams.
Williams again the ball carrier. Devin Witherspoon on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Second down, it's Stafford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to number
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On the move left. He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carty's kick is good. And the Rags get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Here's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll be dropped down just shy of midfield. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Seahawks.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss of 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Xavier Smith is deep for L.A. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that
at
is a
their own
touchback.
20-yard line.
Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's Stafford.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
15 yards.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Back to throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
2nd and 12.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
To the left side, taken in by Smith.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2.
Gain of 10
As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Stafford. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Boye Mafe in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll complete that to his fullback. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 20, and the Seahawks first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard
That's 13
line.
more on that
A gain of
play,
13
and
yards.
quickly another first down.
Seattle.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was tackled
And after
at
that
the
short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Darnold. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, You always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Myers
Jason
back out there
Myers to kick
at the
off
field
for
goal a moment
Seattle.
ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one complete right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Man in motion is Smith. Stafford now on 3rd down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Doing there, they made sure he would not get free. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That is Troy Reader to bring him down.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. On play action, here's Darnold. Jig the left side, he's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 12.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case,
He had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Second and 10.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Donald on the keeper. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Darnold to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Kobe Turner on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's second down and 9. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
We'll try and run it with Walker, and he will have the Seahawks first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Seahawks.
What a nice drive this continues to turn out to be. I mean, to continue to maintain possession and sustain this drive, you can feel the defense is starting to wear down. So they had an opportunity there to get off the field and come away with a 3rd down stop, but they pick up just enough and get a fresh set of downs.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
The RPO. That one is complete. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the first down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds, even though he was able to pick up the first.
Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks extend to a 24-3 lead.
Rams 3.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Receiver in motion, headed left. On first down, it's Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's Horton.
Torrey Horton on the return.
The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run.
Darnold on the keeper. It's a gain of 6.
I like that call on third down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on third down, they bring out more defensive backs, they bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating third down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with third down run.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. A gain there of 11. First down, Seattle.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Now he takes off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Darnold. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd, they need 8. Here's Darnold. That's into the hands of the fullback. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They put Adams in motion. On 1st and 10, Stafford looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, L.A.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's over the middle and caught by Smith.
14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
That's another Rams.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Stafford to throw again. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take this one in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Stafford brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2.
The Rams will line up.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
That makes the score Seahawks 27 Rams 11.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the fourth quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
The Rams offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Man in motion is Smith. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Tigger. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
First down. First and
Really
goal
nice job there, Mike. All they're
7-yard
trying to
line.
do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Now he'll run, and he will score. Game on. Matthew Stafford. Touchdown, LA. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Big spot for the Rams as they'll try to add a 2-point conversion now.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run for it with Williams. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they're not able to get this back to a one-score game. The margin remains 10. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Darnold to throw on second down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And it'll be third down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
First down, Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Taking off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. So 2 minutes left to play. in the second
10
half.
at the 35-yard
Greg and I
line.
back on EA Sports after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can. And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
They'll drop to throw. There's Manigan, another catch. And he's very close to a 1st down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 27, Rams 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 1st down will essentially end the game. They'll run here with Walker. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
At the 30-yard line.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. On the ground, it's Walker. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line.
1st and 10.
So now the veteran Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams down 27-20. A minute 24 remain. Needing to pretty much go the length of the field as they begin with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Look wide. Get this one complete. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
At the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Tag. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Going right back to Nakua, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards. And another first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Complete to Kyron Williams. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.